Welcome everyone to the weekly Rotary Club of Jonesboro meeting. Glad everyone can make it. I know we have a little bit lighter crowd this week, which is expected with it being Christmas week. And Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everyone has a great week and maybe can visit with family safely if possible this week. So we'll call this meeting to order. And inspirational moment. A simple act of kindness can cause a ripple effect and change someone's life. The program, I'll let Christy introduce our speaker here.
Unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm working on this 1985 laptop here because my work will not let us use Zoom. So I'm having to use this. I'm hoping that Santa's going to bring me a new laptop. So I am super excited to introduce this young lady. I've watched her grow up. She is now a senior at the Academies at Jonesboro High School. She is the captain of the dance team there. She's involved in the Miss Arkansas Outstanding Teen Organization and is our current Miss Greater Jonesboro's Outstanding Teen. Her platform is Make a Difference, Make a Wish, which you all know is very special to me and in my heart and a passion of mine. So when we first started our Have a Heart Wish-a-thon, we always had a spirit of fostering the volunteers of tomorrow. And Erica started very, very young fundraising for Make-A-Wish. And it's just been so sweet to watch her grow and mature and become a leader in our Kids for Wish Kids program. Her platform focuses on influencing others to make a difference in their own community. She lives it, she does it, and she loves spreading her passion for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is how she makes a difference in our community. So please help me welcome Ms. Erica Parker.
Hi. Okay, well, as she said, my name's Erica, and I am Miss Greater Jonesboro's Outstanding Teen this year. And some of the things I'm going to talk about today is, like she said, that I'm a part of the Miss Arkansas's Outstanding Teen organization. I'm going to talk about my experience with dancing and how much I've done that my entire life, my platform, which is Make a Difference, Make a Wish, and how 2020 and COVID and all of that has affected all of this. So in June of 2019, I competed at my first ever state level pageant. And even though I had been involved as a Diamond State Princess, which is just our little mentoring program, this experience influenced me so deeply. Being on this side of the pageant was a completely different experience. And each night, the current Miss Arkansas at the time, which was Claudia Raffo, which some of you may know, she played her farewell video, and it had a quote, and it stated that I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And this is something that I've tried to implement in my life, in and out of pageantry, every day since. So in the Miss America organization, there are 4 symbols behind the points on the Miss America crown, and these are style, service, scholarship, and success. And to wear one of these crowns, the judges need to see that you represent all of these. And so for style, you just want to look presentable. Service is your platform, so Make a Wish for me. And the organization gives so many scholarships and they want you to be successful. So that's pretty much what's behind all of those. So the reason Miss Arkansas is so worth it is, like I already said, the scholarships. I'll be able to use what I've won so far for college, and I hope to win more and have my college completely paid for. I have also obtained many interview skills that will benefit me for the rest of my life. And I've also gained public speaking skills where, even though I've never necessarily been nervous in front of people or in front of crowds, practice does make perfect. I have also learned and been blessed with being informed on many different volunteer opportunities. And I've been involved with Make-A-Wish for quite a while, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. But I've also been able to learn more about the Miss America's national platform of Children's Miracle Network, along with many different events that I never would have been able to know about or been involved with without the Miss Arkansas organization. I've also gained many friendships where it's either sister queens and other candidates or even adults that I know that I can count on if I ever need anything in the future. And sponsors are a very big part of the Miss Arkansas organization as well. Just this past week, I got to go to Steamroller Blues and I got a gift certificate from there. And so I got a free outfit, I get free spray tans, And there's a lot of different things throughout the community and throughout the state that I'm able to get because of this organization. There's also 4 phases of competition, which there's private interview, which is just a 6-minute little private moment with the judges, with just them and yourself, where they get to know you on a personal level instead of just throwing you up on a stage and saying, oh, who's the prettiest? This is a lot different. There's lifestyle and fitness, where they look to see if you're confident in your own skin rather than just, oh, who has the perfect abs or anything. It's more of just who can be confident in their own skin. Talent, which is something I'm going to talk about with dancing later. It's just where people can show the judges and the crowd yourself without just talking about it. And evening gown and onstage question is just being able to be under pressure and have public speaking skills. So now I'm going to talk about my platform a little bit more. When I was in the 3rd grade and my competitive self wanted to raise the most money, not necessarily a bad thing, I did. I raised $804 with the help of family and friends. And because of this, I was one of 6 that got to witness Nevaeh, a little girl who wanted a shopping spree, have her wish revealed. Seeing the look on her face and how excited she was is why I love Make-A-Wish so much. That single wish reveal is what led me to this path of now being a senior in high school and still being so passionate about this organization. I've also partnered with Lexi Burris, which we've been a great duo since the 3rd grade. We have worked together on fundraisers, organizing wish reveals directly, and also being able to work together to help out in any way that we can with just being a part of other wish reveals, just on a smaller level. And these are a couple of pictures from one of my first trips to the Have a Heart Wish-a-thon. You can see me with the big red fluffy bow in my hair. And 3 of the most important reasons that I continue to work diligently with this foundation are selflessness, strength, and spirit. And below I have the Google definitions of these words, but to me, selflessness means that I've learned that no matter what, in the grand scheme of things, this is not about me. And in anything else I'm involved with, whether it's dance or school, my failures directly affect others. But with Make-A-Wish, there are no failures. It's only a group of people coming together for the common goal of raising money to grant wishes for sick children. And it's much bigger than just one person. For strength, I've learned that no matter how tough a task is that I face, it is nothing compared to looking into the face of a child and knowing that they only see hospital rooms. And so the children that I've met through the Make-A-Wish organization have been some of the strongest individuals I have ever known. And regardless of their age, they go to doctor visit after doctor visit and treatment after treatment. And you just look into them and they know that they can continue to fight to see a better tomorrow. For spirit, Make-A-Wish is just purely magical. And that seems silly and cheesy, but it's the reality of it. And they're always looking on the bright side. And because of this, we know that it's always looking into the future instead of the past. And that's all what this organization is all about. My platform is called Make a Difference, Make-A-Wish for a reason. It wasn't just some random thing I put together. Making a difference in your own unique way is how you can reach every corner of the earth that is seeking help from volunteers. And I spread the message of making an impact on everyone around you, no matter how big or small. And while I spread my love for Make-A-Wish, I just encourage others to find what they truly love, whether it's Children's Miracle Network or Salvation Army. There's a million different nonprofits, but mine is just personally Make-A-Wish. This is a little pie chart that I found so that you can kind of get an idea of what the percentages are throughout all of the wishes that are wished for. And most people always think, oh, they only wish for Disney. But that's only, as you can see, 42% of it. There are so many other things that people wish for. And you can even see that the little girl who influenced me to love Make-A-Wish so much was part of the 9% who wished for a shopping spree. And this is a stat that was made before COVID happened, so it may be a little wrong, but about 375 local kids are waiting on a wish on average. However, on the Make-A-Wish website, I found that 30 traveling wishes were canceled just today because of COVID. And I actually found that just yesterday, so it's still very true. And that's very sad, but there have been a lot of different wishes that we've done with parades, or they've altered their wishes just a little bit to fit the circumstances, which is sad, but it's still an amazing thing that they're still getting something. And now I'll talk about dance since it's such a big part of my life. I've been dancing for 15 years, and I started with ballet, realized that was definitely not my thing. And a few years later, I moved on to jazz and tap. I then began to compete at Christy McNeil Dance Studio, and then I moved to the JHS dance team, where I now dance in jazz, pom, hip hop, and kick. I won the 6A state championship in 2017 for my freshman year, and I've placed in the top 4 the past 3 years. In the Miss Arkansas organization, I have won overall talent in several local preliminary competitions, including the pageant that I won. And dance is how I express myself, whether I need to get some emotions out, or I just need to feel fit, or if I even need to relax, it can do that too. And it's just always there for me when I need it most. Last December, I unfortunately had knee surgery to remove some excess inflamed tissue, but even though I still have a little problem, it is so much better, and it didn't stop me from going to several appearances, even on crutches. I had a Make-A-Wish fundraiser like 2 days after surgery, and I still was there on crutches. And the talent competition across the board for Miss Arkansas is how candidates can uniquely show off their skills instead of just talking about them in the interview room. I'll personally always dance, except for the one time I sang. But there is an extremely wide range of options to choose from. People sing, act, read poetry, do science experiments, magic tricks, paint, a million different things. So now I'll talk about how COVID has been a roller coaster for everybody with everything. For Miss Arkansas, each candidate received an extra year of reign and more time to prepare for state. And we've had to adapt to all of the new virtual events like this, or wearing masks. You can even see this was me a couple weeks ago with a couple of other sisters of mine at Lights of Delta in Blytheville. And we met a couple of little girls, and they were so extremely sweet. Even one girl wanted to be a fashion designer and was telling us how she was going to design her clothes for us, which was just so sweet. Dancing with COVID was quite a struggle this year. I was lucky to have almost a complete competition season and only a few games canceled. Practicing and dancing with masks is a bit difficult. However, it made it much easier for me to go out in public and breathe easier, because I've had to breathe a lot harder with one on. And all of our dances this year were choreographed by the captains of the dance team. So Molly Mahajer, Emily Silas, Raina Gibson, and myself were the ones that did all of our routines this year, except for one. And even with that one, we still had to learn from videos and then teach it to our team. So it was kind of the same. And just all of us being 17 years old, that's a very big responsibility to take on. But we did pretty well. We got third in the state this year, and we got first place at several local competitions. So I'm still very proud of us, especially for the circumstances. Some ideas that we've had to adapt to this year. We've had to brainstorm a lot of ideas, and none of these are for sure yet because it's still a little early, but we've had to think about how to utilize all of Make-A-Wish's virtual ways to do things, since we have to be a lot safer this year. Make-A-Wish's website has a way to donate online, and that's something we've used the past few years since it's been available, but this year we're going to have to lean a lot heavier on it. There's a lot of people who do Venmo bingo with like sororities. I've seen do it. I've seen people do it for a lot of different things, and I think that we're going to try to do that for Make-A-Wish this year. Raffles are a great thing to do because it's not a lot of contact, and we can even try to figure out some online ways to do it. And we're going to still try to sell t-shirts this year because that's another non-contact way to raise some money. But if you want to see how we're going to raise more money, you can especially pay attention to social media. I'm on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, all of the above. So we're going to come up with a lot of great ideas to raise money safely this year. And that's it. Does anyone have any questions? Sorry, I talked really fast, but I had a lot to get through.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
I would like for you to share how, becoming a fundraiser so young, how has that impacted you and guided you through the years? Because I know you were in elementary school, and it's always, like I said, not always do we get to witness young ladies and young men, the progression of becoming a volunteer. So as a young child, how did that, what drew you to choosing to be a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish and volunteering?
Well, I'll be honest. There was a prize. Whoever raised the most money got to go to the radio station, got to go see a wish reveal, and there might have been a 3DS involved. However, the 3DS became a lot more or less appealing whenever I witnessed that wish. Of course, the next few years there was none, so I'm still doing it without that. But witnessing a wish reveal is what I think is the most important, because I probably wouldn't be as in love with the organization if it weren't for it.
Do you have any plans on what you want to do after you graduate?
I'm not sure of where I'm going to college yet. I'm still on the search for all of that, but I plan to major in communications and maybe get a minor in marketing. And hopefully one day I'd work at some nonprofit, hopefully Make-A-Wish, and be able to be their advertising agent or social media manager.
Thank you. Well, one other question, because you said something that indicated at first when you started doing this, you were nervous. How did you overcome this? And you will find that when you get in different situations, it's new. How do you cope with that?
Well, I've had to learn that I just need to be confident in myself, because most of my insecurities, no one else is going to see it. And so, or no one's going to even notice it or anything like that. And so just by putting myself out there more and more, I've become more used to being uncomfy in situations and stuff like that. And I've become a lot less nervous whenever I go up to people and say, hey, donate to Make-A-Wish, because I know that is something that a lot of people hate. Because even sometimes I hate when people come up to me and are like, will you donate? Because I'm like, oh no, I don't really have any cash on me. But I've had to overcome that and just know that the worst thing that they can say is no.
All right, Erica, we appreciate you being here. It's great job. Enjoyed the information. Good luck in the college search. I know I have one doing that myself, doing that and trying to figure that out. So I know how that is. So good luck in that.
Yes, thank you.
Erica, I'm real proud of you. You did great.
Thank you.
Good job, girl.
Thank you.
All right, next week we have Allison Lewis. But she's going to visit with us, speak to us about the 7-minute life, if I read that correctly on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be a good program. Thought for the day: you're never given a wish without also being given the power to make it come true. So y'all have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy time with family if you get to spend it with family. Be safe, and see everyone next week.
Great.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.